Good day, Scorpio, and welcome to my channel. This is your weekly reading for June 16th to the 22nd. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope this reading resonates with you. Let's go ahead and check out your affirmation for the week. I listen to my intuition and trust my inner guide. I listen to my intuition and trust my inner guide. Yeah, that's a good one. Universe speak, spirits guide. What needs to be known? What lessons need to be learned? Ooh, you're fed up. Your main energy is fed up with a burden. All right, so very strong. So you're going to be dealing with this throughout the whole week. Maybe there's more than one burden, and you want to give into it. You want to just be like, to hell with it. I guess I'm just stuck with this burden, and that's my life, and I need to just accept that. No, don't give in. Don't give up. Okay, the end is coming soon. All right, but keep in mind that when it comes to burdens, a lot of times those are in our hands. Like, we have the ability to remove burdens out of our lives. A lot of times we don't think we do, but a lot of times you do. Yeah, a lot more times than you think you have the ability to do it. Now, is it easy? No, because sometimes a burden is a person that we love, a person that we care about, or even a job that we love and care about. But if it's a burden, it's a burden. Like, I left my theater troupe because it was toxic. I loved it. It did a world of good for me in some ways, but in the end, at the end of the day, I still felt kind of like shit because of it, because of how the whole troupe was being ran, and some of the talk among everybody else in the troupe. So I had to leave. So yeah, sometimes burdens are not an easy thing to remove. Sometimes there are burdens that we can't remove, that we do have to deal with, but don't give in fully to that idea that you have to give in. All right. So yeah. But then you have a thief, liar, cheat. So there is a thief, liar, and cheat in your presence. Okay. And you might know it. You might know that this person is a thief, liar, cheat, but you've been lying to yourself about, you know, who they really are, because maybe their thieving, lying, and cheating has not really disrupted you. But now, with this card coming up, it's saying that the thieving, lying, and cheating is going to start disrupting your life, which might be part of the burden. Maybe they already have started disrupting your life, and that's become the burden. And now, you need to pay attention and be honest with yourself about who this person is. And by doing that, you're going to realize that it is in your power to remove this person out of your life. But of course, like I said, that's going to be hard because this is somebody that you care about. You have some kind of love, or whatever, for that person. But still, it's a burden, and it is in your power. Be the rebel. Yes, be the rebel. Definitely go out with a rebel's yell. Go after everything with a rebel's yell. I think that this card is saying, be bold when it comes to the burdens in front of you and removing them. But other than that, all missions are possible. A lot of times this is a political card. This is all about politics and being a rebel and going, fighting for what you believe in and all that. So that might resonate with some of you. I'm not feeling that here, though. Not really. But take it as it resonates. But yeah, I think that you need to be bold and be the rebel and have a rebel's yell when you're dealing with these burdens or burden. At the end of the week, bam, sing it from the rooftop. You are going to be successful. Okay. Through your hard work, there will be success. Okay. Now, you're going to get praise for this, and you're going to want to isolate from the praise. That can just be simply that you find praise to be prideful if you take it, or, unhumbling. But honestly, when it comes to pride and being unhumble, that's all on you. That's how you respond, right? If somebody says, hey, you did a good job, and you respond with, thanks, I kind of worked pretty hard on it. That is being humble. That is taking praise and not being prideful. All right. Being prideful would be like, oh, yeah, I know I'm good. I don't need you to tell me. That's being prideful. That's being unhumble. Okay. So take the win. We need praise, to an extent. It lets us know that we're doing good. It lets us know that we should continue and do more. And yeah, it's a big, up when it comes to life, right? A big power up is taking praise, getting praise and then taking it. So, but definitely, I would say, with the cards that are laid out, I say that your burden is this person, and it's just going to last throughout the whole week. You're going to have the hardest time trying to remove them, and but that it's all in your hands. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say about all this. Judgment. Yes. It is time for you to rise from your grave, right? Here they're coming out of their graves and they're rising up to the angel's horn. And what this is that the graves are their past life. And how I look at this is that in this scenario, I think that the grave is this person and you need to leave them behind and move forward. Dump the burden. That the graves are your burden, and you need to dump them and move forward with that rebel's yell, right? And when you are successful, because I think your success is going to come from removing the burden. I think the success might not happen if you don't remove that burden, but if you remove that burden, I think that it's going to open a door. Some door is going to be open by doing so, and that might just be how you feel about yourself or how you're moving throughout the world might change when you remove the burden, which I do believe is this thief, liar, and cheat. So you remove that and rise up away from that and rise into the success, But yeah, so let's see what the Poe cards have to say. The star, yes, there is a wish fulfillment here. Okay. But again, you have to put in the work. You have to be the rebel. You have to accept the praise. You have to put in the hard work to get the success, to get the praise. But you also have to put in the hard work, the deep hard work of removing somebody from your life. I feel that way. I mean, there are no cards here that are talking about removing somebody, but I am feeling the removal of somebody in your life. Holy shit! Here at the bottom of the deck, you got happiness, abundance, success. That's what I think is going to come from you doing this, from you removing this person. I think maybe they've been holding you back from being successful. So yeah, I would definitely. I know it's not easy to remove people out of your lives, but you got to be honest with yourself about them. You got to be honest with yourself about what would happen in your life if you remove them. Because I'm pretty sure you can see that if you remove this person, it's going to free you up to have success. So there you go. I hope this resonates. I hope it helps in some way. If it does, hit that like button. And if you would, please comment, share, and subscribe. I hope to see you back here next week. And until then, stay safe, stay mindful, and stay healthy.